Good afternoon, curling fans. We are in here for draw number 3 of the Gouden Carolus Classic for 2024. We've got an international lineup, our matchup today. We've got the team from Spain, specifically Catalonia, the Catalan, and from Germany, from Dusseldorf. So we have CC Dusseldorf against
Carlit.
I'm going to butcher this. Yeah, I'm going to say it once. Puigcerda Carlit.
Yeah.
And then that's the only time I'm saying that first word because that is tough.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say the Spanish team, a bit of an unknown for us. You know, never seen them play. We know nothing about them. Dusseldorf, we've seen them in tournaments here and there. They've come to play here before, but not familiar with everybody on their team. So kind of up in the air who we're going to pick on this one. You know, as you have gone first, you have won the last 2 matches. You get to pick first.
I did not just win the last 2 matches. I've won all of the matches so far. I mean, you have to make it sound like it is, right? I have been flawless at making predictions, and I'm going to extend that streak of 2 with a streak of 3. I am going to pick the Catalonian team. I think I don't know them, but they seem like they could curl. I mean, at least they have outfits. That's one thing I can use as a base for my logic. But other than that, I don't really have that much of information to go for. So this is kind of a big guess for me. But yeah, I like Barcelona. I like Catalonia. So I am going for the unknown team here, the Spanish team. We have 3 Spanish teams, but this team might be, who knows, the best of the 3. So this is where my money is.
All right, that puts me in a hard spot because I was actually going to pick them too. Do I stick and follow, or do I counter pick because, well, I need to get some points on the board? You know what? I'm going with Dusseldorf. We're gonna counter pick. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep it. We know that they can play, but you don't know anything about the Spanish. So yeah, I'm going to go with Dusseldorf.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why they have Ricarda. They have the pink lady, as I like to call her since I forgot her name again. And Caroline is in there. So yeah, the people from Dusseldorf, we've played with them and against them a couple of times. But yeah, who knows? They could surprise. I think they definitely can surprise. Let's have a quick look at the standings, because this is a game here in Group D. This is the one group that hasn't had any action so far. All 3 Spanish teams are in this Group D. It feels a bit weird. It looks a bit weird, but the reason is they came in late. They had some travel issues, and the only way to kind of tailor them into the schedule was to put them in the same group. Has advantages, disadvantages. But yeah, looking at the group standings so far, I think it's not a surprise that, for instance, Team Vreken is leading the group. The Swiss team, Hennes, they really look very promising. Maybe they're an outsider for a title. An outsider because we don't know them up front. For people who know them, like Lyon, apparently they're not an outsider. They're a potential favorite. Sinetagen, they have their first win, and the Housekeepers, they tied. So basically in Group B, things are looking pretty good for Sinetagen. But Housekeepers, they have opportunities to come back. But now it's time for Group D to come in action. And can Dusseldorf kind of promote into the first or second position, get to the quarter or not? We'll see.
We'll find out. So we're going to jump out to the ice, join the action, and hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Chapter 5. There we go. We got the right camera.
Yeah, there's always those kind of 2 seconds where John announces we're going to hop over to the ice, and then he has to look for the button to really hop over to the ice, and then I have to stare in the void.
Leon going with Dusseldorf. Not surprising. Leon, for those you don't know, plays out of Hamburg in Germany, so going with his fellow countrymen. I hope I am not a jinx for them. This one is going to crash onto the guard. Is it going to push it through? Yes, that is going to slide. No, wrong. Not through.
Again, first zone of the game. And first hashtag John is wrong once more.
So, oops, we do have the skips mic'd up, so let's get them. No, we don't. Did we actually turn the battery packs on? Maybe we have this. There we go.
Mission!
There we go. Now we've got some skip audio.
Yep.
Yeah.
They sanded the stones last night, so this ice, everything is swinging quite a lot. This one, I think, a little over curl there. Gets a little bit, knocks their own one out of the way. So right now, Carlit sitting strong with 2 in the house.
This is actually the first time I hear Spanish in my ears from a mic skip.
Whoa! It could also be Catalans, but I don't know the difference.
Yeah.
To be honest, I couldn't tell you if somebody was speaking Catalans or Spanish. It's all very fast and... So what the difference is, I don't know. I think it sounds a little Portuguese, but I wouldn't... It definitely sounds different than German.
It is warm in our venue, so halfway first end, people are already taking off their jackets.
Looking to come around the guards. Feels a bit heavy. It is going to catch the guard. So it's going to open up that path again. Not quite get around. So as you can see at the bottom of the screen, we have 2 other matches going on over on sheet A. It's the 2 other Spanish teams, like Puigcerda La Tosa against Puigcerda Puigpuejos. And we're probably going to call that La Tosa against the Pedros because that's the only way it's going to sound nice coming out of my mouth. And then over on sheet C, it's the 2 Belgian teams, Grey Ducks against the Canadians version 2. So we'll keep you guys up to date on those scores as we go along in this match. Now, in this Bonspiel, we're not playing ends. We are playing on time. So 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Not 2 minutes and 40 seconds. That's a pretty fast match. Match is over. 1 hour and 20 minutes. Then the bell rings, and then each match will finish the end that they're in. And then an hour and 40, every match stops no matter what. But if you can't finish your last end in less than 20 minutes, then you don't deserve to keep playing it. Or more, a little more than 20 minutes.
Line.
Oh, Daniela, that was the name of the pink lady. The lady with the star trousers.
We call her the pink lady because she used to have pink shoes.
Yeah.
Now, but she still has pink shoelaces.
Yeah, pink gripper, pink broom, or at least broom hats.
Second. Ist schon mal okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if that bag in the back is also
hers. Yeah.
Hers, yeah. And since Kurdia is pink, I mean, we are obliged to really root for pink players out there.
But you're rooting for the Spanish, so
yeah, that's true.
You don't even remember who. No commitment to his choice.
Sí, venga Jordi. Sí.
Sí. Yes.
Whoa. Espera. No, Jordi.
Slow down.
Yeah, it can curl a bit more to really kind of get buried behind those guards.
Good stone there. I like that positioning.
Yeah.
Aufmachen.
So Carlit sitting 2 right now. Dusseldorf discussing whether to open things up or not.
Was meinst du denn mit der Länge?
Oh, Hella. Hi there. She's saying, I am not loving being showed at 0-0 after a tie against Desperate Housekeepers. I am very happy with that tie.
Yes, that is your design flaw, Pim. Pim does the graphics. Yeah, you only have wins and losses.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about the fact that there were ties in there as well. So, but yeah, the 0-0 is basically a sneaky draw.
It's going to throw people off. He'll fix it tonight.
Yes, I don't need no sleep.
Ja, also wir versuchen da auch in die Mitte reinzulegen, um das alles ein bisschen abzumildern. T-Line.
But yeah, I think that was a pretty
Tempo
strong
is
result
so
for
Düsseldorf
Scandinavia's
etwas
tying
schneller, ja?
against the housekeepers. I think housekeepers they will experience that tie as a loss. They really expected to have no trouble in the group stage. Kind of
They expected wrong. I think they were a little overconfident.
yeah.
That is
Vision!
something they should watch for next time they come and play in a tournament.
You know, Leon has been with us all day so far, and yet he did not mention he played the Takeout Tigers in the Belgium League, and he did also not mention the result of that game. That I mean, Glasgow Rangers, very strong team. They were the only team so far in the Belgium League that were able to keep Team Vreken from winning.
Yeah, they took points with the draw. Yep.
But yeah,
but they also lost to the Tigers.
That's true. That is true.
Big winks going on over here. Well, no wink. Actually, we did it. So I'm not. I'm not
Well,
winking.
we can mention that because they were taunting us. They were kind of using AI-generated images of a deer clearly winning against a tiger.
That's true.
But everybody that knows the rules and the laws of nature knows that tigers beat deers, right? Tigers eat deers. Also in a curling ring.
Probably not really, but if you set it up, they probably would.
Yeah.
I honestly have no idea if tiger and deer inhabit any similar or the same habitats. Coming out wide on this one. It's gonna, these stones, once they start to go, they curl a lot, so this one's gonna get underneath that guard. Is it gonna curl enough to the inside? Gets up, little corner tap.
Ja, sollen wir drauflegen? Dann können sie ihn immerhin nicht rausspielen.
Yes,
ja,
it was a
also
great
klar.
picture.
Also
Great
wäre natürlich
picture.
optimal,
Line.
wenn
And
er
it was a
so
good
hinkäme,
match. We
aber-
had a really fun time with that
Weiß ich
one.
aber nicht.
Yep.
Ja, ja, also wenn er hier innen gegen den geht, kann er sowieso noch rein. Aber wir spielen über die Seite.
Yeah, normally
Ja, da geht
there was always a
ein
discussion
bisschen mehr
who has the
Eiswasser.
best
Ja,
beards in
ein
Belgium curling.
bisschen,
Is it
ja.
Martijn? Is it Jeroen? Is it Timo? But since the Glasgow Rangers joined, that discussion is now closed. The Glasgow Rangers win that
Yeah.
Ja,
contest.
wir legen da nochmal
Florian,
drauf.
yes, with the
keine andere
multicolored
Wahl.
beard. Very little purple and green going on.
Ja, ja, die spielen
Very,
ziemlich gut.
very festive.
I think we should buy him a round of drinks if he ever decides to recolor his beard into Curdia pink.
Curdia purple.
what am I saying?
Dusseldorf trying to get one in.
Up!
Trying to prevent a big end. They can still, if they can get to the inside of this red, but I think it's a little bit heavy. Ooh, that one's going to be on the outside crash. It's just going to tick things through. Doesn't quite get far enough, so still 3 for...
Okay.
I think Carlit is sitting 3.
Yeah, and they have the hammer, so they have an option to score a couple of points here. So I hate to say it, John, but once again, your prediction is bullocks.
It's
It's
the beginning.
total.
You would think that this was the last end of the
Vale,
last
no,
stone,
hem de
and
fer
it
la
was
mateixa-
like the World
la mateixa
Championship
pedra
was
que
on the
acabo de fer
line.
ara. Sí, si falla aquesta,
Yeah,
juguem
but
punt
if,
tres,
if I win
vale?
this prediction and you lose once again, I lead to
Okay.
tweet you out, and things can
3-7, vale.
become tricky.
Don saying he thought he was watching curling, and suddenly it's an episode of Planet Earth. Yes, you know. Sometimes we branch out outside of what's going on in this building.
Mm-hmm.
This one looks pretty good. Even if it ticks off that guard, it could still roll into a good spot. So that is going to miss the top guard, but it is going to catch the yellow, and that is going to roll in, and that is going to be
3, I guess.
3 for sure, possibly
Tres.
4. I
Bueno.
heard tres.
We haven't seen a measurement so far in this tournament.
Tres.
No.
But
Fet.
tres is Catalonian or Spanish for 3. So 3 reasons why I am smarter than John is, well, my 3 right predictions, of course. But also these 3 points kind of proved me right once more.
I have to go. I don't want to be here anymore. Strong opening from Carlit. Dusseldorf had their chances, just didn't quite get it done. It's still early. It's still only one end, the first end. So they're going to start out end number 2. Carlit leading 3-0. But I still feel Dusseldorf's going to get back into this.
Whoa! Sí!
One has some
Sí,
weight.
ayúdalo, Jordi.
It's going to get into the house. Sweep this one as deep as they can, and that's going to come right into the top of the 12.
This is a really good opening if you have a 3-point lead. Basically making it a bit harder to do a good draw there.
Now, this I find curious because that red stone is on this side of the red line, of the center line. Why not try a draw in from the other side? Gives you a little bit more room to play with.
Mission!
But you're talking about the difference of a stone, a half a stone, so it's not a huge amount. But
Could be a personal preference of a player. Maybe their clockwise is better than their anti-clock. That could be a reason.
So this will get around the guard. Will that finish strong and turn to the left? Doesn't quite get buried, but still gets into a pretty good position. Is sitting shot.
Take out!
Oh,
Interesting call here.
going to run their own back onto that yellow.
I say I like the call.
I do too. I
Un
think
peluguete
the
con mala força.
shooter should still be biting the house, so
Whoa, 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 que caigui, Jordi! Sí!
he is to curl over.
Ah,
And it's not going to curl
Bueno,
enough,
bueno.
so it's only going to
Vale,
come
bueno,
over
no
the top
estaba
of the
mal.
yellow.
vale, espera, está bien.
Ooh, but it
espera.
stays biting in the house. So red
Vorne ins Haus!
split house. So not a super bad result, not a terrible result there.
In Dusseldorf, they will have to get used to hearing Spanish in the venue all weekend. Playing in this D group, playing only against Spanish teams, but also always playing with a Spanish derby on the sheet next to
Der
them.
muss ja auch noch rum. Jetzt wischen!
Trying to get this one to curl over and finish hard.
Ja. Ah,
Ooh,
ja,
a
sie
little
hat,
more Spanish there with the I, but breaking into Germans, I still think it's an all right position there. But yeah, looking to run this double.
Hey,
just run it
go!
back. A little bit of an off-balance throw there. Has the weight,
Hey.
but maybe not quite the right line. Yeah, this one's going to be wide. Going to play it off their own red maybe inside. And there you go.
Bueno.
That's one way to do it. Bueno, as we hear. So sometimes even a mistake turns into a
Ja.
happy accident.
Backline! Bisschen mehr als Backline! Wischen!
Straight away for the
Aye, aye,
sweep,
aye.
so it must have been type. Oh, more Spanish there.
Wischen!
That
Ab!
one's gonna
Up.
overcurl.
Yeah, this
Very tight there. We're gonna see teams. We saw it. We've already seen it in the first 2 sessions. This third session as well. Teams first look at the ice. It's curling a lot more than they think it's going to. So if you're even a little bit inside, it's just gonna go away. So
Hop!
finding the right ice is always a chore.
Whoa! Jordi!
This one also feels tight.
Whoa!
This one I think is going to go a little bit wide. Might catch the yellow, but is it going to be enough to move it out of the way? Trying to sweep it. Yellow stays in the back of the house. All right, so with 2 already in the house, they can try to get rid of. Dusseldorf can try
Es
to
gibt auch mehr Eis, ne?
get rid of this red. Keep the shooter in, try to keep things open, or keep things spread out.
Nein, 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 nein.
Well, I guess this one is going to catch it. So it's okay.
This works. I don't know if the shooter will stick around, but
A little bit on the side. So, but job number 1, get rid of that, that stone. So that is done there.
Forza! Hey, Jordi!
switching sweepers there. Something you don't see that often.
I feel like this is a bit of a stronger sweeper. Gets rid of the yellow, taps that red out, but then the shooter is held in the house. Now he's looking at setting up a
Hier
guard.
vorne.
I'm not sure I'm a fan of this one. I would probably, since the shot they're guarding is behind the T line, take this red one out, split the house, force them to chase, and set up a 2.
Yeah, make him choose. You can never kind of take out both of them unless you throw a very, very difficult hard one.
Mission.
Because the risk with the guard is Carlit can just come around to have a little bit of backing. So if they now drop behind your guards, then you're in trouble.
Ja,
Yep. All right, we have our first updates from the other sheets. La Tosa scored 1 in the first, so they lead over the Pedros 1-0 in the second end. And Canadians also opened with 1 as they lead the Grey Ducks 1-0 in the second end.
Yeah, for the Grey Ducks, it's already an important game. They've lost their first one, so that kind of second game out of 3 in the group stage is always important for a team that lost their first one.
This one trying to sweep it around, doesn't quite get it. Now, will that yellow one sit? It's in the house, but a little Swedish curl towards the outside. So still 1, but now actually that red one is covered up. It's going to be a lot more difficult for Dusseldorf to go after and get rid of it out of the
Könnten auch
house.
den versuchen.
Yeah, they should do that. They should have done that in the previous end, I think.
Ja, wir spielen den mal raus.
Although that guard did come into play, so...
Ja, Backline.
Dusseldorf skip not very confident in this call, but wanting to get something done. So, but I like it. I think this is the one they should go. And nope, but this one is not going to curl over enough. Too fast. That's the risk.
It was a bit
Fast.
on the heavy side, knowing that the call was backline.
I understand.
It's allowed if you want to.
It's if you want it. As he was.
Oh, I missed what the discussion was.
I think he made a comment like your team switched positions, but then there is a rule in this Bonspiel that is allowed. So that could be like, hey, why did you switch around with player positions? But that is in fact allowed in this Bonspiel to allow teams that are understaffed to still bring in players and then not being forced to bring in players on a lead position.
Leon thinks the Spanish should stop the takeouts. They're stronger with the draws. As he says that, they go with the takeout and they flash it by. So Leon looking like the
As a takeout professional expert,
Prognosticator, yeah, I would take his advice.
In-house Guard, so wie gerade quasi. Eigentlich den gleichen Stein, den ich eben gespielt habe, ein bisschen kürzer.
Okay, I understood in-house guard because those were the only words that were said in English.
in-house guard.
Yeah.
Is that a guard?
Yeah, so they want to guard high, though.
Vorne
They
ins
want it
Haus,
better than
Guard
that
vor den
red,
Stein.
so, but they want it
Versuchen
scoring
das
as
nicht
well.
normal da
So if they
hinten
could
den
put
zu
it
nehmen.
just inside the 12.
Nein, Guard! Ja. Bisschen mehr Eis. Ja.
You know, making sure the vice is setting up in the right place. This feels light, though. Sweepers are going to have to work to get this down. I think, yes. Thrower's going to have to get in there as well, try to help 3 sweepers, but this is just barely over the hog.
Übercurled.
And it overcurled. Yeah, I think that had more to do with the weight than the line. I think the most important thing was to get that in the house. So Carlit going with the takeout. They're going to want to stick. Got to make sure they get the right weight on this to have the line.
Sí! Sí, Jordi! Sí!
Trying to hold this one. It's going to get around that guard, but is it going to stay on that rock in the back? And no, flashes just by.
Wir hätten eine Chance auf 3, aber das ist natürlich jetzt risky, ne?
Sumte, welcome.
Ja, ich habe jetzt den letzten Stein. Wir müssen das versuchen.
Buenos dias.
Also ich spiele den nicht so lang. Ich spiele den halt
Obviously
eher
a fan
hintere
of
Hauslänge.
Puigcerda.
Wir versuchen den auf jeden Fall auf die Seite ins Haus, wenn er hier
I
gegen
really
den
hope
ein
I'm
bisschen
saying
antickt, ist gut.
all of your name and all of these names right. So
Ich hatte dir
I
fast Mitte gegeben, du warst
apologize.
ein bisschen zu
Lo
schnell.
siento.
Das heißt, wir würden ein bisschen
if I make
mehr
a
hier
mistake.
geben. Nee, eher langsam, damit er auf jeden Fall besser ist als der. Ja, dass er im Zweifel, dass wir mindestens 2 schreiben.
Yeah, things are a bit scary if you kind of continue to miss those takeouts. Now, all of a sudden,
Ja, Chance auf 3.
there is
Aber
a chance to score 3.
diffizil.
think they're
Ja, ich
going to
spiele den nur
try it.
ungefähr T-Line, ne? Ein bisschen mehr
And
vielleicht.
if it overcurls, it
Ja,
taps
ja,
on
wenn
their
überhaupt. Also,
Yellowstone.
Erstmal muss
It's
er
also a
überhaupt
way
ins
to just
Haus,
roll
ne?
in again. I think should always be able to score 2 out of the setup here.
Yeah, as long as it touches something out on that edge, it should be enough.
Worst case is it stays wide and it flashes through the house. That's what you don't want to have happening.
Since they don't have to hit this hard,
Yeah, just nudge it. Should be fine.
Fischen!
But it needs to curl.
no, that's curling enough. Maybe it's they're trying to keep it from overcurling. That might be on the
langsam hier
yellow.
aus. Also,
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit
langsam hier
slow.
aus.
It needs to stay on the nose to kind of tap in, but ooh, not in the nose, but off the nose.
It's one
Not
yellow.
enough, so just
Einer.
one.
Ah.
So then in hindsight was a draw a safer option just to get that like
Hat wieder
very
viel
easy
gekurlt,
2
ne?
points. I can imagine if you're trailing with 3 points, you need to come back in a tournament game in a bonspiel where you don't play 8 ends, but perhaps just 6. You need to kind of take a bit of risk, but then again, 3-2, you're still in the game.
Yeah, I think the draw might have been the safer option there. But again, he was playing draw weight, just
Yeah.
a little bit light. They weren't really trying to move that red too much, just had to tap it half a rock.
So, hier direkt
So-
vors Haus.
I think that would have been an alright play, just coming up a little bit light. So Dusseldorf leading things off here in the third end as they trail Puigcerda Carlit 3-1.
Eher hinteres Haus.
Yeah, in these short games, it's still important you reward yourself with the points. I mean, remember from the game, the sliding ladies against the Canadians. Sliding ladies could have won if they managed to be a bit more efficient on the opportunities they had.
I left a few out, or left a few points out on the ice. Yeah.
Adeu, 11.
This one, just throwing it through. Little miscommunication on what it needed to do there.
No, obviously not a takeout because they had an empty house.
Wischen!
I think Bischen
Jetzt
needs
ins
sweep.
Haus.
I
Du
think
musst
yeah,
jetzt ins
fishing,
Haus.
like vegen,
Ja, ja.
sounds a bit like.
Bischen, yeah. Keep thinking it sounded like a B, but it's a V. This one just creeps past the T line.
Una
into the
guardia
house.
aquí.
They're like, I don't understand. It's something. Probably with the weights, they are kind of surprised. It needs to be faster than they anticipated. This was
Is
well
Alta,
released
no?
inside. This will
També.
most definitely flash by, I guess.
No, ara ja...
I heard plan B,
El primer,
yeah.
però el
Depending on the
primer
weight,
anava
if
molt
they can
lentes,
keep
però
it in the
ara ja es
house,
veu
maybe,
lliscant
but I
més
don't think so.
That is too
Ara se'n
heavy.
va, aquesta se'n va.
Yeah.
El primer any es veien molt lentes, ara llisquen
Just
això.
sweeping that one through just to make sure, and there it goes. So we've got some updates from the
Here.
other sheets. Latosa scored another one in the second, so they lead it 2-0 over the Pedros in the third end. And Canadians also scoring one in the second, so they lead 2-0 over Grey Ducks in the third end over there as well.
Yeah, for the Grey Ducks, it's not an easy Gouden Carolus so far.
Wischen!
Demoralizing loss in the first match, giving up 16, I believe it was.
Yeah, 16-3.
Against a very strong Swiss team, so
Yeah, I mean, I'm very curious to see the second game of the Swiss team to kind of compare.
yeah, to get the feel of it. Yeah,
Was Grey Ducks weak that game? Were they strong? Was it a combination of both? Kind of have a second point of reference. And they play their second game after this one against the Sliding Lady. So Caro and Dirk will face Swiss team
És
in about an
alta!
hour.
És molt
That will be on
alta!
sheet A.
Triat un take-out, Pere.
this one
They had to take out.
wide. Was looking for a draw, ended up getting the takeout, so that one just never curled over. So big opportunity
Besser ein
here
bisschen
for
vors
Dusseldorf.
Haus.
Set up a guard, cover these two up.
Yeah, I think Leon was right, kind of mentioning that takeouts are perhaps not the best way to start your end. I've seen a lot of missed takeouts so far on the Spanish side.
Ja,
It
ist gut,
feels like
ist
it's
gut.
hanging
Nichts machen,
wide. Is this
nichts
going to
machen.
curl over enough?
Kann ruhig
It's a little
vorm
deep.
Haus liegen bleiben.
I wanted this one in
Ja.
front of the house,
Ah,
but
ist
it's
fast ein
going to
bisschen lang,
carry
aber die
in.
Richtung ist super. Super Linie.
I like that.
Yeah.
Actually, I like that ending
Ah.
position. In the house, still going to score. You're not getting a triple out of that.
Super lenient, that's what I took away from
Hit!
Skip's feedback there. Super line.
Whoa!
Nose hit, they could get rid of two. This is going to be a little
Hold
bit
on.
inside. It'll catch out the top. So,
Vale,
Dusseldorf
Pera.
guard working as it needed to.
Nochmal.
Just do it. Same shot all over again. Protect those two. Put some pressure on Carlit.
You gotta love the ping broom there. Not WCF approved, but WCF has no right in saying how to play on Bonspiels. Well, maybe a bit. Ooh, is this light?
Trying to work this one over. You want to keep this one going
Yeah,
as long as it
pushing
can
the
so it has
guns
time to curl, but I think it's not going to quite get over enough. But I've been known to be wrong. It keeps going, and ooh, just comes up a little bit wide.
Karim Khamer.
Oh,
So
Llavors aquí.
double is there for the Spaniards, just a little bit outside of the nose, just to kind of keep the shooter, get that first stone headed over in the right direction. The shooter should still stick around if it's close enough to the nose.
Oh,
Has the weight, lots of rotation on this one.
no se pase tu cara de
And
recho.
unfortunately, that is going to flash wide. So they're not heeding your warning, your advice, Leon. They're deciding to go with these takeouts, and it's hurting them right now. However, they are still leading the match, so Dusseldorf not making them pay.
Ja.
Just confirming, throwing a guard.
yeah, I mean, it's good. If you're not sure, always double check, because you don't want to do something weird and then have that discussion afterwards like, oh, but did you call something totally different?
I thought you wanted
Yeah.
I thought you wanted a takeout, or I thought you wanted a draw weight. Make sure.
Nee, nichts.
Weight looks okay. Needs this to curl over. It's gonna be deep,
Bisschen lang.
but freeze up against that top one, or even a tap to the roll to the middle. Yeah, I think it's gonna be hard to get a triple out of that. So it's gonna force Carlit to throw another takeout here.
Play.
There's an outside shot that they could get 3 out. It's going to be a little bit of finesse here, but or a lot of weight. Got to get the right angle.
The weight's there for sure.
Oh,
Definitely on the weights.
This might
quiero la
work.
vermella, espera aquí.
Gets out too. Gets out that back one. Gets rid of the top. There they go. That's the takeout that they wanted. Get things moving around. Get it online.
Wie hier. Muss schon relativ weit außen geben, ne? Ja. So, Guard oder, also wenn er vorne beißt, wäre es natürlich auch gut, weil
I really wish I remembered any of my German. Outside of numbers and ja and beer, I'm useless.
okay.
Sweepers on this right away. I feel it's a bit on the light side, but as long as it makes it over the hog, it should be all right. Might over curl though.
Ja, dann rein.
Want to leave a pocket. No pocket there. Okay. And with it coming at that angle, it's going to be a little trickier, but they can still get rid of. I still think they can get rid of both.
Yep.
They catch this top one a little bit thin.
Even if it's just a small nose hit or a brawl inside, that could help them score 2 points here.
Yeah, actually, slightly on the inside part of the nose, they could still double both those yellows out and roll into cover. So,
yeah, they
Hey, Jordi.
preferably want to have this stone
Whoa,
stick
whoa.
around in the house if they want to
Espera.
score 2 points on their hammer.
Wanting this one to curl over. It is a bit outside. Gonna miss the top one, but it's going to catch the back, sit on the nose.
Yeah.
Ja, die spielen die geben komisch ab.
This
Also,
one stayed wide.
ich würde eigentlich sagen, du hast ja gerade hier gegeben und ich würde ja jetzt Hackweight spielen und dann. Ja, ja.
So, you're
also eher zu
Dusseldorf.
viel
What are
Eis,
you
ne?
doing with this
Also
stone?
so
Are you
und
playing a guard? Are
Hackweight.
you trying to get in behind that?
I think I would try to just come around and get behind the guard and have 2 stones in there. Other thing you could do is just take out red and allow them to score 1 on their hammer.
Wir versuchen
And
den
an
einfach
8-ender, that would
rauszuspielen.
be a
Es ist
good
natürlich ein
decision,
hohes Risiko,
but
dass wir unseren jetzt treffen.
Yeah,
Ne?
6 at
Allow-
best. Yeah.
allowing them
wir
to
müssen-
score 1, yeah,
Wir müssen,
it's
nein,
still
wir müssen ja Punkte aufholen.
4-1, and then the clock is becoming your enemy at some point. So you kind of
Ah, du
in
meinst, ich
this
soll versuchen
Spiel setup, you're
reinzu...
kind of forced to try and look for that steal.
See,
Man
I don't
hat das Spiel
know. I think
umgegartet,
taking
oben
out
in
the
den,
red and leaving 2, you've seen that
Ja. Ja, wir spielen
Carlit is
Draw.
struggling with
Yeah.
their takeouts.
Yeah, no set on
That-
reds could be nice. Then it's kind of a force to draw for 1, or the takeouts could be tricky.
Okay, double, yeah.
Yeah.
They are just drawing here. Trying to get behind protection.
Jetzt auch weiter außen. Nichts machen, nichts machen.
Needs to curl.
That's going to be on the yellow. Needs to make sure it's not too heavy. Don't want this tapping it too far. Well, they sit 2. Yellow is sitting 2.
Yeah, they're looking at, is there a weight? Yeah,
But there's a
there's
double there.
Bakers, yeah.
Ooh, but the double's not necessarily there because it might take that red.
Yeah, I think if they try to double, that first yellow stone might stick around in the shot position. That's dangerous. I think there's too much risk of that front yellow jamming somewhere and staying in the shot position. The other way they could do is just kind of draw into the 4-foots.
You have
Over
to
on
draw the other side. It's all wide open.
yeah, I mean just a
See?
draw, but
Mateixa força.
if it's not an easy draw. I mean,
No,
you really have to.
I'm really not sure about this one from the takeout from that side because they need to stay outside. You
They're
leave it
gonna
on this
take out
for just a
noise.
second.
Yep.
So
Vale.
red needs to kind of come in on this side, let this hit here, spin off, and the spin off. Now they'll lose the shooter, but that's the only way they score 1. If they're over on the nose, this will jam there and that, and I think a yellow stays.
Espera.
Trying to
Joder.
get this one to curl over. And that is going to actually miss the yellow,
Makes
hit the
things worse.
red, and that is 2
A steal of 2.
for Dusseldorf.
Yeah, and then the question you kind of raise again is why not go for a draw for 1? Okay, it's not an easy draw, but that's what you have to do. Throwing the last stones, just put it on the pin. I think in most cases this is one of your kind of core tasks to be able to just put it there.
Yep. And him is slowly looking like the moron that he is.
Those are very hard words there.
Well, you bring it on yourself, you know. So as we start the 4th end, Dusseldorf and Carlit are tied 3-3 after a steal there from Dusseldorf to level things up. This one comes into the house. We'll update on our other sheets, and we see that the Pedros scored 1 in the 3rd, so that's now Latosa 2, Puigcerda 1, and over on sheet C, Grey Ducks scoring 4
Ooh,
to
that's wrong.
leapfrog the Canadians 4-2 over there over the the Grey Ducks leapfrog the Canadians. Yes.
Yeah, you
I was right and then got confused.
Confused old man. Yeah, but that's a good result for Grey Ducks there. They really needed kind of a good end.
And then
to
you
stay in the
see
race.
them hug their first stone just over there on the side. This one coming into the house and is a
Out.
bit deep.
Nochmal selber Stein, bisschen kürzer.
Same stone, just a bit slower. Using it as a guard.
Bisschen!
Nacho, good morning. Buenos dias.
Nacho.
One of our
Ja, war ein
supporters.
bisschen kürzer.
One of our first supporters. Oh, actually, our very first
Yep.
member.
Den kriegen wir
He
nicht.
was
Alles klar.
Oh, wait. He did say shorter. He did not specify how much lighter. Maybe he should have,
Remember, Jordi,
should have done that.
mes fluchet.
Skip's mistake from not pointing out that really need to be over the hog there. And now, question is, are we going to have this deja vu with takeouts being missed? This is pushed inside again.
A 2-3, eh?
It does.
It's
feel
lighter
a
than a
little bit
takeout.
lighter,
So,
Sono
yeah.
aquí, eh?
Yeah, he was
Whoa.
saying 2-3.
Wow! La forza no, perché...
Just want to curl away from that yellow, though. They don't want
Vale,
to guard over
Jordi,
if
ara
that one
molt
gets
bé.
around.
Deixa, no. Ah, bueno, ya entro, ya está.
It does get into the house.
Wir versuchen nochmal die Guard.
So we have 3 Spanish teams in the tournament, Nacho, but I think they're a Catalan, so we're not sure 100% if they're speaking Spanish or Catalans. And my Spanish is terrible. It's been way too long, I don't remember it anymore.
Yeah, they're Catalan indeed. Yeah, they have the. You can also notice that they have the Catalan flag on the back of their jerseys.
Ah,
Ab! Ab!
this one is curling over. Lightly.
Superstein.
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 Still a very good stone, yes. Super.
Yeah, nice words from the
Espera,
skip there.
take out.
Yes, I believe, Tim was saying they are Catalan.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I mentioned, they have the flag of Catalonia on the back of their jerseys.
Sí, Jordi, sí. Sí,
This one has weight, needs to get on the nose.
Hey, Jordi, molt bona.
Oh, just stays out a little bit, but
Good efforts.
good effort there, good line.
Feel free to blame your sweepers for not holding it straight. That's how things work in curling.
Selber Stein!
Harda here with her final stone in this end. Wanting to guard this up, needs to curl over. Calling him off just
Irgendwie
to make sure it
rumcurlen.
lets it dry. But
Sonst
curl,
nützt
but
da nichts. Nee, ab! Wichtiger, dass er vor der Linie ist. Okay.
there, that's a
Super!
good one. Ends in a
War
good
der
spot. Again, Zupa.
Repeteix. Sí, Jordi. Sí.
Wanting to sweep.
Sí.
Trying to hold the line.
Nice one.
It's going to
Oh,
get
look
on
at that.
there. Very good.
Wow.
Yeah, not the
Jams at
double.
the back, but a little bit of a peak there, and sets up a center guard for them to come around
Spielen
behind.
den mal raus. Am besten natürlich mit einem kleinen Roll. Aber Hackweight.
Going with the hack weight, wanting a hit and roll, trying to just get underneath between that yellow shot and the red guard. Take away any kind of run back.
Na, nichts. Sehr weit
It looks a
außen.
little bit heavy. Is this going to curl over enough?
noch
No,
nicht
this is
rein.
quite wide. He's going to stay out there.
Ah, ja,
Big
Curlen
opportunity
einfach
here
nicht so
for
viel.
Carlit to turn things around. Have an open takeout here, or kind of more or less open takeout to get rid of the Yellowstone.
Bon.
And honestly, a roll either way is fine for them. They've got options.
Força de hack.
I think my favorite thing about these international tournaments is how many universal terms there are. Hack. Same in Spanish as in German, as in Dutch, and as in English.
Shit.
And it's also the last
Espera,
name of
espera, sí, fes-la
Ricardo,
caure.
I think.
I thought it was heck.
Or Heck, yeah.
Close enough.
Heck. That was close enough.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Does
Espera,
get
espera,
rid
espera.
of the yellow. Unfortunately, shooter rolls out, but Carlit's still sitting with that one in the house. Going to look for a hit and roll on this one. I just noticed they still have not put the score up for this end on the scoreboard and the sheet.
Good thing we keep track of scores then.
Yeah.
Like, scores are always on what is it?
On the screen.
Yeah, but also on soft peeler, but they are updated with a bit of a delay because Gerry is putting the scores in soft peeler as soon as he gets off the ice playing his games.
I think, no?
So gets
Wow,
rid
there's
of
a
the
wild.
red shooter. They're looking at that one. Did
Oh,
that
no.
yellow stay in the house? It's
No, no, no.
possible. It's
Here.
biting. It's very close.
Yeah, hard to say.
It's just out of range of our overhead. Not that that would tell us definitively.
Whoop. Whoop. Whoa. Que sí que arriba, Marc.
Does
See?
not want the sweepers on it. Now he does.
Sí.
This one's going to curl over, get around behind that. No, just kind of splits it a little bit, but doesn't tap it enough into the
No,
house.
espera.
That is unfortunate. That is
Ja, die
unfortunate.
Schnelleren können fast
Bit of a
gar
line
nicht.
mistake there.
Gegenüber
Yeah.
halt
Calling
der
up the
Rica-
sweepers.
Ricarderstein, die super viel curlen. Ne?
Und bitte übrigens Feedback geben, ob ihr das zu schnell war oder zu langsam. Oder
Nee, deine
irgendwas.
Steine waren beide gut. Ich habe einmal zu viel Eis gegeben, weil ich viel mehr Curl erwartet hatte. Der zweite war vielleicht ein Schnack langsam, aber wenn er innen gekommen wäre, wäre er perfekt gewesen. Ja. Okay, also wir versuchen das jetzt auch nochmal. Keine Ahnung, wie viel meine dann jetzt curlen. Ich hoffe, ja, sonst muss es halt gewischt werden. Ne? Genau, am besten mit dem Roll hinter die 4. Ne?
Going for a hit and roll. Most important thing is getting rid of that red.
So, ja, ich versuche
Ideally,
das
if they
auch.
get it behind that guard, that would put them in a really strong position.
Ricardersteine curlen so viel mehr als Danielas und ich weiß nicht, wo meine sich da genau einordnen. Das war jetzt mal so, Aber ich versuche den auch Hackweight zu spielen und solange er rausgeht, ist es... Nee, der zweite war eher ein bisschen langsamer als Hackweight. Wischen!
Need to hold this one. Not sure they're going to have enough strength in that weight. Look at it just kind of dive, and
yeah.
that's going to flash right between.
Now they could be in a bit of trouble here, missing this one.
Yep. They have options here, a guard, or even drawing in underneath that their own guard here. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind the guards.
Vale, nois.
yep.
La idea...
Guard is
la
first
idea és
choice.
ficar-la 4.
Yeah.
But if it's heavy
A
and it
quatre
keeps
just davant
going
de la
and gets
nostra,
behind,
vale?
then I think they're still in a good spot.
Aquesta seria la idea, just davant de la nostra línia. Perquè no puguin fer el doble takeout. Aquesta és la idea. Si no, ja decidirem pel camí què fem. Per tant, he de tirar un 4 o així, no? No? Un 4 he de tirar? Sí. Sí!
Even mind a small biter, like who knows if Dusseldorf misses their next takeout, could end up being a third point.
Line is the most crucial thing. Needs to just cover it up. I think this one's not getting to the house.
No.
A little bit wide, so it just doesn't have enough time to get over before it falls dead.
Yeah, the hit and roll is still there, and now they have two cards to kind of get behind, although that
Ungefähr, würde ich
stone we
sagen.
just see was a bit
Ja, würde ich schon sagen.
too far away from the house to maybe be a good guard.
Ja, ja.
But Dusseldorf is still in the opportunity to steal one here if they manage to do a good hit and roll on this stone.
So. Also ich gehe mal jetzt von viel mehr Curl einfach aus. Wie gerade ungefähr, ja. Ungefähr wie gerade. Tick langsamer vielleicht.
This one's got more weight than
Kommt
a
jetzt gar
draw.
nicht rum. Ach, scheiße.
Whoop, swear jar.
Yeah, that was indeed.
This one is. Wonder, were they playing for
Ja,
a
der ist
double or
jetzt so
something? I
wenig
don't quite
rumgekommen, wie die da
understand.
I think they were going for a hit and roll, but it was outside, maybe pushed outside, or the broom was.
I think they gave way too much ice, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's curling a lot, but I think with that weight, yeah, there was. So
An open house for Carlit to put a
Entrada
second point in there.
Trish, hello.
Hey,
Good to
Trish.
see you again.
Més que toqui blau ja està.
Welcome on into the Gouden Carolus Classic Bonspiel here in Zemst, Belgium. We have a Spanish/Catalan team with Puigcerda Carlit going up against our German team in Dusseldorf. So far been a bit back and forth, kind of tight. Carlit looking for a second
Can they get
here.
it in?
This one's going to be just fine. All the way into the forefoot. Can they get that in? Really, that's T-line, baby.
I mean, the forefoot, of course. But that's 2 points for Carlit. And the clock is ticking.
Saying he thought it was curling more. Went next. The Carlit was 2. They're in the red.
A little over 20 minutes. I think they can still play 2 ends.
Yeah, I think they should be able to get to a 6th end. Carlit starting things off here in the 5th end. Working this one over the hog. This one is going to curl off that center line. Ends up coming up just in front of the house. So looking to go into the house behind that guard. Reverse starts off their
Vision!
stones here in the 5th.
Vision! Vision!
No, Trish, it's actually a little bit different where it's a timed match, so it's 1 hour, 20 minutes, then the timer ends. Teams can finish current end at an hour and 40. All matches must stop. So if it takes you more than 20 minutes to finish that last end, you deserve it to stop. Teams are actually allowed to rotate positions and change skips through the tournament or through the match at each end.
Oh, va massa oberta.
That was sort of a logistical reason. A couple teams looked like they might have been too light on players. This one flashing by, leaving things open. So for the rest, everything is as normal. But those are the kind of the special rules for this. Yeah, it was done because there were a couple of teams that one looked like they would only have 2 players after somebody got injured late. So tournament director wanted to help teams out with that, and but fill-ins were found, so it's probably not. We're not going to see it very often, although we did see it in the last match, but just one time.
Ab!
Wanting this one to
Ja,
curl
beißen ist gut.
over.
Ja, super.
It's going
Ja,
to
super.
bite.
Schön!
And a little Swedish curl to get more of that
Okay.
rock covered. Super.
Oberta.
Oh, another one that has been the story of this match for Carlit, just not on the right lines for their takeouts.
No. Yeah, somehow Dusseldorf wasn't able to kind of punish him more for missing quite a lot of takeouts every end so far. But can they now?
One looks like Sweeper's gonna have to work to get this one over the hog, I think.
Curled auch.
It's trying to keep it going. There it goes. Unfortunately, will over curl.
Bleibt gar nicht mehr stehen.
Yeah.
That one actually kept going, I think, a lot further than I thought it was going to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
Pera,
like
segunda
it's slow, we have
oportunidad.
to make sure it's over, but then on this side it keeps carrying.
Y yo, sí, Bart. Sí.
See.
Answer to that question was yes. And there it
Yes,
is.
there it is. That is a great shot there. We are clicking. We are doing all sorts of things. That will definitely be a highlight reel
Key
shot.
line.
Love that one.
And that was an important double takeout, to be honest.
Yeah, it takes a lot of momentum away from Dusseldorf. They need to set something up big to get back in it.
Nichts.
They'll very likely need to steal if they want to win in the last end.
Will this curl? Maybe it will. It does.
But it's going to be behind the tee, so well covered, but
Well, it could help. I mean, it's
Yeah.
buried. It's okay. It's behind the D, but then again, you have that stone there. And if Puigcerda is not able to get it out, then it's an opportunity for Dusseldorf to score 2, tie the game, and maybe depending on how much time there's left, they can do an attempt to still win the game in the last end after this one.
Whoa! Whoa! No!
it's good to see that the sweepers don't listen to skips in every country. This one is heavy. That is
Whoa!
going to sail wide.
Yeah, if Dusseldorf can follow up with another draw, basically the same stone.
Oh, no, yo dic whoa.
Nummer vorne ins Haus.
Yeah, I mean, they have an empty house, so like everything in in the front of the house could be good enough. You don't want to really leave a double takeout there.
Yeah, the miss is probably short on this one.
Yeah, and Belgium, if you have to throw a very hard takeout, like just max out all of your power, we call it a Dusseldorf, because
Ja.
1.5 years ago. Oh man, this is a very good draw here. Excellent draw.
Yeah, very nice. I like that
Que
positioning.
veus?
A year and a half
Mark!
ago, we joined a tournament in Dusseldorf where we played on hockey ice, and it was super slow there.
Vale, mateixa...
So we really had to kind of push hard to get it across the
Cara.
hawk. And if you wanted to attempt a takeout, well, that was just basically giving it everything you had in you. And ever since then, kind of also
Sí,
here in
Pere,
Belgium,
sí!
we were talking about
Sí!
weights. You have peel weight, but then on top of that,
Sí, Pere, sí!
you have Dusseldorf weights.
Sí!
I have never heard that in my entire curling career.
Ask
Vale,
Mats,
Wimba,
ask Tom,
Wimba.
they will
Whoa, whoa.
definitely confirm
Ara
that
fa la
one.
volta, fa la volta.
Pushes that red over into the edge of the
Per poc.
house.
Bé.
So
Am
guard
besten eine
time
Guard.
for
Hierhin.
Dusseldorf. Okay. Got a couple of updates from the other sheets. Pedro scored 1, so it's now 2-2 against Tulsa. And Canadians score 3 against Grey Ducks, so they jump back in the lead 5-4 there.
Leon saying he loves the ice on Dusseldorf.
I had a fun time. I don't know if I would call
Yeah,
it
that-
curling, but it was fun.
Yeah, it was really sociable bonspiel, and they had a very nice banquet in the
Yes,
restaurant on
yes.
Saturday. That was super nice.
Bisschen. Ah,
A little bit wide on that
Hey.
one. There's still a gap there, but with the way the ice is curling, that's not as easy as you might think.
No,
And I'm also not sure about this ice that they're giving, unless he's throwing
Let's see.
kind of a peel weight.
Take out.
Yes, take out.
Take out, vale?
then again, if it overcurls, then you can have a plan B by letting it really overcurl and then tap in your red one. See if that could help do something.
Well, there's the big
Sí,
push.
Pere, sí!
The weight
Pica, pica.
going immediately calls a sweep. Sweeping next to the
Hey!
stone instead of in front of it. This one is going to be through that
Oh, look
gap
at that.
and right on the nose. Breaks both of those yellows
Oh, perfect.
out. Great stone there.
es ist wirklich wie
It's
verhext.
covered,
Also
but
hier,
you can see that how much it
den
curls.
Kader
You've
gebe
got
ich
almost
hier
throw
für
peel
einen
weight at
Draw
this now
nach
to
hier.
make sure it
Und hier gebe
avoids
ich
the
hier
guards.
und der geht nur bis da.
Da auf dem Besen.
Ja, du warst auf dem Besen. Ich habe dir einfach wieder zu viel Eis gegeben, weil ich das nicht erwartet hätte, dass es so viel weniger curlt. Ja, also
But I
den
think
müssen wir natürlich jetzt da rauskriegen.
I think for
Jetzt weiß ich
Dusseldorf,
wieder
it's not
nicht,
so
wie viele
bad.
curlt
If even if
meiner,
they
ne?
lose the shooter,
Jetzt hatten wir ja schon beide
Ja.
They've got
Situationen.
last
Wenn wir den
stone,
roten
so-
wegräumen, ist es nicht ganz so schlimm. Also würde ich mal sagen, vielleicht hier versuche ich wieder mit Hackweight.
going for hack weights.
Durchkommen auf den roten, ja.
Yeah, it could work. I mean, the gap's there, and I think the line call will be super important here, but
Yep.
especially with kind of the weight they throw and the way it curls today. It's really kind of the finesse is all about
So,
knowing
ja,
what point
take
you
off.
kind of spot that breaking point to get it in between those two,
Ja,
two
genau.
guards. It's not an easy one.
Ja, Heck.
Sometimes it's easier to just throw something super hard and you can kind of control the line than to have some kind of curling takeout in between. But if he managed to pull this off,
Yeah, it's definitely a clickable, hashtagable shot.
no calls so far. Does this mean it looks good?
Oh, it needs to curl a little bit. It started to go, but just not quite enough. And pushes another stone into the house, but not in scoring
Ah.
position just yet.
Yeah, I mean,
It was a good effort.
it was a good effort.
Feel like maybe just a little bit too much ice for that weight, or maybe too much weight for that ice, whichever you want to say.
Vale, nois, ara anem a fer la
I think
jugada.
Carlit's gonna take out
Ara el que
Yellowstone,
haurem fet és
prevent
que ell
Dusseldorf
surti
from scoring a lot
I
here.
jo ara el que hauria de fer bé,
I mean,
perfecte,
they
és
can
treure-se
take,
l'heroi i
can
quedar-me.
basically allow
Tindríem
Dusseldorf from
4 dins,
scoring
llavors
one
ell s'ha de jugar
in
a
exchange
anar
for the
al
hammer.
centre clavat.
I would always be happy
Vale,
playing the
Otero
last
té
hit with a
cap
point
segura,
lead
però-
and a hammer.
Yep,
Jo ara
absolutely.
hem de treure l'heroi, eh? Sí, Pere, sí. Sí, Pere. Oh. Sí, Pere, sí.
This one looks okay. Needs to curl a little bit more.
It's okay.
It's gonna hit. It's gonna roll out.
Bueno.
So
Marca.
still
Ist er raus. Ja, jetzt
Still
muss ich.
3.
Muss ich
Yeah, I think that one's out.
I
So
think it's out, yeah.
3 for Carlit. So
Also entweder muss ich ihn quasi so
They
hier
have to do
gegen
something
treffen, dass er
here.
mindestens bis
Ja.
hier geht. Oder er muss. Ja, es ist jetzt der letzte Stein, aber wir können ja nicht den. Ich kann ihn ja nicht. Wir können ihn nicht Takeout spielen, weil dann gehen sie beide raus, schreiben die 2. Das heißt, ich muss im Prinzip jetzt hier treffen, ne? Genau. So, das heißt, dann gib mal hier vorne.
he does not like the takeout. It feels that it will roll out. So they want to make sure they don't do that. So
Yeah, they need a stone
ja,
in the
wenn er
house
den
because
berührt,
there
dann
are
muss
some
er ihn
tricky
aber auch ein
stones kind of
bisschen
sitting
schieben.
on the edge there of the 12 foot. If
Also
they
gib
try takeout and it
mal
flashes, then they
hier.
end up
Okay, ja.
giving 3, basically giving up the game there.
Yep.
So
going for the draw, trying to get it better, but at the very least,
it's the
needing-
safer option, yeah.
To get it inside the 8 foot, they'll only give up 1. We down 3 with the hammer though,
Ja,
going
den
in the
roten
last
leicht
end.
berühren. Dann
No,
muss er den
it's
aber
an
noch ein
important
bisschen
stone
schieben.
because
Oder
it feels
ich
like
muss
you can't
einfach,
get that much gain from it. You can
ich muss
only
einfach
score
den Button
1, which is
treffen.
not enough
Das
to
ist die
really kind of have a
Alternative.
good attempt at winning. But then again, if you fail,
Zum ersten Mal.
it feels like you can put an
You
X
can
on
lose
your
the match,
yeah.
yeah. The same stone. Not a bad choice here. Needs to curl.
Wischen!
Maybe a little late on that sweep call. Is it gonna tap it enough to move it?
Yes.
I think they did.
Oh, it's reds.
It's close.
They're tapping reds.
That is close. They
It
might
is
have the
close.
first measure of the
Yeah, I mean Spain
Yeah.
match.
immediately tapped reds.
Oh, they're calling it red.
And now Dusseldorf is a bit in trouble here. Oh man, just imagine if they were able to sweep it just a hair harder where red just slides
Yeah,
2 centimeters
Yep.
deeper. That was so close, but yeah, it's a centimeter, but there's a difference between a scoreboard that says 6-3 versus that would say
5-4.
5-4. That's with only one more end to play here. That's a huge difference, I'd say. But we've seen teams like Austria suddenly out of nowhere score a 5 house.
So this is definitely an option.
Whoa! Whoa!
Are you saying whoa?
Whoa,
Are you still
whoa!
sweeping? Don't want this too deep. Yeah, that's coming into the house.
Vale,
but
Jordi.
don't want it through.
Ah, per això no.
No.
Well-
Stays biting in the backside there.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, you
No.
have 3-point leads.
Yeah.
Ah.
Maybe better to throw it
So
away.
keep things
Vorne
clean.
vors Haus
It's
oder
easier to then
Weißer?
start throwing takeouts.
Yeah, Leon, that was a good try. All right, we do have an update over on sheet A. La Tosa scored 1 in the 5th, so they made it 3-2 as they head into the last end. Pedros will have the hammer, though.
Ja.
One's going to
Bisschen
creep a
lang.
little deep and Go just past T.
You know, in normal games, I'd say, okay, this is just a plain and simple takeout, and that's good for the team that's ahead. But then again, we have witnessed a couple of these missed takeouts from the Spanish team. So maybe if Dusseldorf, their front end, can just put stones in the house.
Yeah, you could force them to throw these upweight shots and hope they hit it. That's going to be right on the nose,
Always,
though.
Jordi.
Nice takeout. Shooter stays. This is exactly what they want.
Skip was happy with that one.
Ah. Board!
Another update from our scores. Grey Ducks scored 1 in the 5th, so it's all tied up against Canadians as they head into the 6th end.
Ooh.
Canadians will have the hammer.
Interesting.
Matches in this session.
Vision!
Coming down late.
Ja.
Calling for the sweep, wanting to hold this one.
Ganz durch, ja. Ab.
Go.
Okay, schön.
That's-
Schön.
Skip is very happy. Shun.
Venga, pera, igual que el Jordi.
Carlit's coming and saying, oh, no, we just get rid of it. Do it again.
Bona marchi! Sí!
Feels a bit on the inside. Trying to
Sí,
sweep
Fitzcarralli.
this one. Is this going to hold? That's going to hold. And, ooh, flashes over the top. A little bit of a scare on that one.
Well, it wouldn't be the worst. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst. The important thing is the
hier drauf.
takeout was there and yellow is out. That's kind of the important thing.
That's true.
I mean, that red, worst case, you can always freeze up against it. You can kind of start to use it for... Yeah. So far, things look pretty good for Carlit.
Ab.
Comes into the
Ein
house.
bisschen kurz, ja.
Top of the 4. And
Dale,
again,
pera!
just take it out. Let's go.
Jordi!
From the curl. Try to get over a little bit. And that's going to flash by. So there's that opening that Dusseldorf needed. What are they going to do with it?
I'd put an extra stone in the house, maybe, just like a biter in front of it. I mean, you need to score 3 points, so a biter could be a good option here.
I don't hate the guard with this stone.
Mm-hmm.
That yellow, the shot stone is sitting in front of the tee, so you
Yep.
do want to defend it. I'm gonna work this
Ja,
one,
ja,
make sure
wischen,
it gets
wischen,
over
wischen.
deep. They don't want it too high. Make sure it gets over the hog first. And it does.
Nice sweeping there. You can see the sweepers relieved, like, whew.
Oh no, they're looking at it. They're not 100% sure.
Are they?
Yeah, they were looking over the line.
It's out.
It's
Oh,
Oh,
it's
no.
short. Oh, that's a tough stone.
That's a
right
tough
there.
stone. So yeah, and that's like the worst. And then you don't have a guard and you don't have a stone in the house. So just leaving it short like that.
No se nota nada para el jam.
So another
Hey,
takeout
Jordi,
to go
see?
here.
Sí, Jordi.
timer
Segueix
running
la
out in
vermella,
the
Jordi.
background. And gets rid of it. Good stone there.
4 more stones to play for Team Dusseldorf. They need 4 to win, 3 to tie. And yeah, they will opt for that freeze.
Yep. They need to do something to lock it in place. Can't waste stones on guards anymore.
No, no. I mean, that's the danger with guards. Sure, if you put a guard, they can also take out the guard.
Unglaublich. Kommen wir überhaupt nicht rum. Vision!
This one's going to come up light for a freeze, but it's got to get the shot at very
Ja,
least.
ganz weiter, ganz durch, ganz durch.
It needs to be in the house. Number 1
Not on the-
priority. Second priority is try and get it kind of in front of that redstone. It stays open though, and no doubt in the head of the Carlit skip, immediately putting down the broom, calling for the takeouts. Every takeout will bring them a stone closer to the victory here.
Mira la vermella que es teva, la que porta escombrant.
This one looks... Oh, flashes. Doesn't quite get up. Oops, nobody protected the hack.
But yellow is in the house.
Yeah, so...
And now they need a biter.
Yeah, it needs to be in the house. They've got that anywhere now. They don't need to try to get it in to second spot
No.
or past anything, so...
Can we see a miracle in the making here? As Daniela is throwing her second stone in this end. It's all about the weights.
I think
Feels light.
it does. I think they're
Kurz gesagt,
being a little too cautious with these guards when the miss is deep.
Yeah, you
Rather
want to
have
be
it-
in the house. I mean, if it's in the house, it's up to Carlit to take it out. But yeah, okay, sure, it's a guard. But again, 3 points to tie. It's not an easy job.
Yeah. They do have 2 stones left. There is enough movement in these stones to go at this shot stone with the hack. Dusseldorf does not care
Yeah.
themselves about scoring.
No,
Just make sure
no,
that
no, al revés.
Dusseldorf cannot score 3
No, força de
or
hack.
4. And I think
Yeah.
now at this point, they
Yeah.
can only score 3 to tie. So
Yeah, if they now do a good draw behind the guards, can allay it against that shot stone. I
Sí,
think it's
Jordi, sí.
pretty
Mira,
much
Jordi.
checkmate.
Sí!
trying to hold them on him. Make sure to
See-
stay.
Sí! Vale, vale.
Vice was calling him off. This one might be a little wide. Nope, that's going to curl over, catch the edge, and moves it. But which one moves more?
Hard to see.
I think it's shots.
ja,
I
da muss
think
der wohl
red
raus.
is shots.
Und wir müssen den natürlich irgendwie im
Yes, I
Haushalt
think
den
so.
Gelben, keine Ahnung
I
wie.
think so.
Also es gehört jetzt doch wieder nicht bei mir so viel, also so. Und ich spiele wieder Hackweight, ja.
Ja.
Actually, kind
Oder
of
wir
helps
spielen,
Dusseldorf
also der
there,
muss
'cause
ja
now
raus.
it's
Wir
split.
müssen
So
ja
they
Chance
just,
haben, noch 3 Punkte zu machen. Die haben wir ja noch. Theoretisch.
they
Genau.
just need to get
Also
rid of
so.
this, hold the shooter in the house,
Ungefähr
and
Hack.
then they can potentially at least score.
Ein bisschen tappt.
Yeah, then they have to
Bisschen
count on.
Ja, dann
on
müssen wir
Carlit to
natürlich
miss
so
the
und ich
takeouts.
spiel den so.
But the shooter has to stay. That is the
Und dann
important thing
spiele ich
here.
den nur hintere Hauslängen. Oh ja, dann ungefähr hier, ja. Ja, ein
That red
bisschen.
has to go, or at least needs a tap
Nee,
to
was
bring
soll
that
das überlegen?
Yellowstone back in a scoring position.
Ja, ein bisschen mehr. Nee, lass mal das stehen. Hab bislang noch nie hintere Hauslänge gespielt.
Trying to judge the line here, especially when you're going at something at the back of the house.
Yeah.
It's that little bit extra because that's at the point where it's starting to, it's
Also einen ganz
curled the
leichten
most.
Tap-Hack
So
quasi.
is that going to?
Ja, ungefähr Backline, ja.
Yeah, pretty close in these games so far. this is not an easy one for sweepers.
Feels heavy. Is that going to have enough to curl?
Small tap is fine, but it's wide.
It's wide. That is... Oh, that is a...
This decides the game here.
Just devastating miss there. They needed that one. No chance to even tie anymore unless they could somehow promote that yellow and split into the house, which I don't think is possible from that positioning.
Anem a entrar ara, vale, xavals? Anem a
Yeah,
ficar la de la seva.
a good draw will give
Ha de ser una pedra similar a la del
Carlit's 2 points. Could be important in a tiebreaker, especially kind of peeking at the other boards that were quite even, so the kind of ends and points are important. If you can win with 4 ends here, you have a very good tiebreaker.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, va bé, Marc. Oh, va bé. Oh.
Settle in nicely into the forefoot. And gets tucked behind that.
Perfect.
Yes.
Good final stone there from Carlit.
Ja, selbe Aufgabe wie eben im Prinzip. Ne?
Dusseldorf looking at how can we at
Diesmal
least
muss man ein
get
bisschen schneller
one.
sein.
It's not easy.
Also.
I
Geht ja
think you
nur
just
so
throw
rum,
the
ne?
same stone they threw, just slightly harder to get it to tap away, but
Also so
you're not scoring more than one.
überlegen. Man muss ja an dem Stein vorbei, das wird schon passen.
And a miss will give Carlit 2. Possibly.
Meinst du in die Richtung, ja? Ja, ich spiele ihn jetzt nicht so schnell, nur wieder Backline. Der muss ja im Haus bleiben, möglichst, ne? Ja, ja, wegen dem hier. Also würde ich sagen Backline. Ein bisschen langsamer als gerade muss ich den dann spielen. Ja, nur mit den Gelben da vorne rum. Ja, ungefähr so. So ähnlicher Stein wie im End zuvor, ne? Der muss den roten quasi ein bisschen tappen. Mehr als ein, also mehr als das End können wir nicht mehr holen, ne?
He's saying more than
müssen
end
auf
is
jeden
not
Fall
that's the best we can do now. Just try
roten da tappen
and
oder er
take
bleibt
the
dann
ends.
auf dem Button
At least you
liegen.
lose,
Eins von beiden.
but win 3 ends. So could be a modest lose. Could be important.
Yeah, every end counts when it comes to only playing 4 matches in the, or 3 matches in the round robin. The tiebreakers are going to come into
Yeah.
play.
Imagine, John, what is the word for a salon remise? Like you know what a salon remise is? Where 2 teams agree to tie in order for the mutual benefits.
Verstehen, einfach verstehen.
What happens in a scenario where 2 Spanish teams of the same club play each other and they have a situation, if they tie the game, they
Ja,
don't allow Dusseldorf to
Oh, I don't know. I don't find that to be in the spirit of curling. to
no,
be honest.
probably that
So
would never happen.
I don't think they would. Don't think they would go for that.
Yeah, Don saying that is called cheating. And curling is called cheating. In general, it also called cheating.
I was trying to be nice about it.
Yeah, but it is. It's in fact. But yeah, nice game. I think Carlit overall were the stronger team. They missed quite a few takeouts,
Ja, das war,
but Dusseldorf
ich hab's-
wasn't able to punish it for it. I think we can pop back to the booth unless we want to have a quick look on what's happening on the C sheet, where
It is down to the last stone, and it looks like they're sitting.
Also zwei bei dir, deine
Canadians
zwei
are
Fuß mehr
sitting
als
with
ihr.
the shot stone there on the pin. So.
So they've already got the win.
Which means Canadians wins here. They're just going for that extra points. All right, let's hop over to our booth.
You say let's hop over.
Well, I always kind of expect you to do the 3-1 there, but here we are at the booths. So, Jean,
I'm ready.
You are ready. Yeah, I think first time we've seen this Spanish team play here, at least one of the 3. I think they were pretty decent, except for a couple of these takeouts. But yeah,
They definitely played better on their soft weight shots. Takeouts, a lot of flashes, a lot of misses there. They hit some when they needed to. That was really important. Dusseldorf really struggled, I think, finding their weight and line combinations. They're going to have to work on that coming up. Hopefully we can catch the Spanish skip coming in.
Yes. For the interview.
For the interview.
And then we'll know how good their English is,
How
I
they-
think. They're still on the ice, perhaps, but as soon as the skip from the Spanish team is here, I'm going to stop him and ask him a couple of questions. But yeah, so far, this was the first session in Group D, where at least two Spanish teams won. Carlit won against Dusseldorf, and then one of the other Spanish teams won, of course. And then for the
it
Grey
was,
Ducks,
I can't read it from here.
the Latosa.
Latosa, they went
Yeah.
4-2 over there.
Yeah, congratulations to Latosa. Yeah, and then, of course, Grey Ducks, a second loss. Are they out of the tournament? It's hard to say, but then again, with
that first
first one, tiebreakers are not in their favor. 2 losses.
2 losses from 3 group stage matches.
Yeah,
I think they're playing a placement match
perhaps.
tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah, they still play the Sliding Ladies. Yep. So I don't know if one win will be enough to get that second position, but I don't think so.
No. So it's gonna be a tough match there. Canadians playing really well, coming out again with their second win. So that's gonna be looking good for them. I think Carlit's here, looking pretty good. I think they played. Both of these teams I felt evenly matched now. It's going to depend on what the other Spanish teams are like. If there's a similar matchup level, then we could see this could be kind of like the group of death, if you will, where anybody could get out of it. So
yeah, like very evenly teams where it comes down to the last game to see who will win. I'm going to stop Moxo. Well,
no, he's gone.
He's gone. He was just
He's gone.
walked out. No, now he remembers. Yeah, he going to invite him over to the interview booth.
I'm looking. He's going over to the bar.
Oh,
He's probably just bringing back the microphone.
Yeah.
He's coming somewhere. We'll figure it out.
yeah. You can ask him when he's here. But yeah, if that's not
Yes. Yeah. Here.
yeah, on the other side. Yeah. So in fact, he was forgotten. He had forgotten about the interview, but he is coming, so we can switch over to the interview booth where he will be there.
There is no signal.
Yes, I'm going to.
Battery exhausted.
Oh, battery goes well.
It flashed for a moment.
Yeah, my battery just died. So the battery of this thing died, but you can come over on the booth and do the interview right here. Yeah, here with us. Yeah.
We forgot to change the battery in the.
There is always something you forget, right? But
Well, you forgot.
I forgot.
I never forget anything except my name.
Yeah. You're right.
All right. So join us in here.
Yes,
and
turn
let's
it
see.
here. You can look into this camera here.
So, good match today. How did you feel about the ice conditions?
I think the ice conditions for us is very difficult when we start because we practice in an ice hockey arena, okay, and we don't practice usually in the curling ice. But we have 2 beginners players, and the one late and the 2 and the second. But well, it's a good ice. Especially the first end is a little slow, but the others end.
Yeah, I felt like the draw game was your strength today. Maybe a little bit off on some of the takeouts. How did you feel about that?
We have problems with the takeouts, especially the in-town takeouts. Not out-town takeouts. We don't find the direction,
But hey, you got the result. That's all that matters.
yeah,
So
that's important. And I am happy for the beginners because it's the debut here in its the first game, international game, and it's good for him.
oh, that's always nice. Well, congratulations and thanks for joining us. And wish you the best of the rest of your tournament.
You learn Catalan, no?
We'll try.
We'll try.
Maybe if you could say hello to the Catalonian fans out there, if you can say how to say hello.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Right. We'll see you in very short time because session 4 is coming up. We need to update some of the visuals, so we don't do a big outro, but keep posted on our socials. We will post updates there, rankings, that kind of stuff. And our next game will be the Desperate Housekeepers against Sinethagen. So I'm pretty much looking forward to
that one, yep. So that's going to be it from us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the social media things that you need to do. And for now, we will be saying goodbye.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.